Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another feature match commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be another top 16 match by online Discord tournament. We're going to continue down the bracket as we have been doing, but this is going to be between Purple Midnight on Dogmatika Eldlich versus Super Peludo on Drytron. I know there's been quite a lot of Drytron lately on the channel, but with 5 of them top, that's kind of what we got to expect. Thankfully, there's no mirror matches though, which would not be very fun to watch, but this is going to be, again, top 16. If you guys do want to play in the next tournament, go ahead and check out the link to the Discord server in the description box below. The next tournament will be whenever the ban list decides to drop, so be on the lookout for that. But let's go and start with this match without any further ado. So it looks like Drytron did win the RPS here, and he's going to choose to go first here. Not really anything too surprising. The opening hand for Drytron going first is going to be Nova, Prosperity, Alpha, Prep, and Fafnir. So lots of engine cards. Really cool to see Prosperity in the list, because actually not too many of the decks that topped this event played this card, even though it was legal. So it's cool to see, especially games 2 and 3. It's great for digging for side cards. It's interesting to see this as well with Prep, since we've seen a lot of people cut this card in favor of Prosperity. So I'm assuming he's just all in on engine cards. But yeah, this hand's obviously very strong. And then the opening hand for Dogmatika Eldlich going second is going to be Skill Drain, Pot of Extravagance, Double IDP, and Scarlet. So these are some interesting traps in this matchup. Not the greatest ones, but they can help break boards for sure, just depending on what targets there are for IDP. But yeah, obviously not going to be hand traps since it's just a trap deck. So, going to start off with a copy of Prosperity for Drytron. That's going to banish 3 and then reveal Orange Light, Alpha, and Nova. So, probably going to take Orange Light considering the other two are already in hand. So, Orange Light gets added there. The rest go back to the bottom. And then from here, he's going to activate Prep. That's going to grab a copy of Ben 10. And then he's going to activate Nova. That's going to summon out Zeta from deck. And then going to activate Alpha, that's going to trade away the Zeta on field, summon itself, and then search for a copy of Ben 10. And then going to activate Zeta in graveyard, tributing the Ben 10, that's going to summon itself and grab Meteonis. And then Benton's going to get another search for a copy of Ava. And then going to link those two away for a copy of Union Carrier. Carrier effect to equip Dawn Knight from deck. And then going to Meteonis away the Carrier for Ben 10. We've seen this play a billion times. Going to send a copy of Gamma off the Dawn Knight, and then going to use its effect. That's going to shoot away Ben 10, summon itself, and a copy of Alpha back. And then Ben 10 triggers for a copy of Manju. And then we're going to go ahead and add Meteonis back by reducing Gamma's attack. Normal summon Manju, grab Ultimateness, and then use Meteonis again. That's going to tribute away the Alpha, summon the Ultimateness, and then go and activate Fafnir. That's going to grab a copy of Nova for next turn. And then going to pass. So it has the Fafnir Interruption, and then obviously Ultimateness on board as well. So every card in hand is actually known for Dogmatika Eldlich, except the Benton, I believe, because one was hard drawn, the other was search off Alpha. So yeah, the top deck's going to be Golden Lord for turn, which is normally decent for going second, but in this kind of case, it's not the best. So he's going to go to main phase 1, activate Pot of Extravagance, not Prosperity. That's going to be negated though by Ultimateness. And then going to set 3. Oh, and then I'm going to activate Golden Lord effect. Alright, so we're going to target the Ultimateness. That's going to be negated. And then going to activate Ava. And then going to chain Scarlet. So this is the best chance to use it since this is the only opportunity where they might not have a fairy. Because again, this is unknown. So I do think this is a fine chance to use it. But looks like Drytron's going to let this go through. So Scarlet and Ava both resolve. So we're going to set a copy of Walkero and then add 2 fairies. I think maybe if you didn't set 3, there might be an inclination to use Ultimateness to negate the Scarlet. Probably not. But you never know. Because, I mean, now, like, your opponent knows that there can't be anything, like, chained to the Ultimateness somehow. Because he's already set. But he's going to use Golden Lord effect in Graveyard. That's going to be negated by Ultimateness. Obviously, because it would just attack over the Ultimateness at that point. Since there's no Link Variable on board. Due to valuing the Fafnir Interruption. But going to activate Walkero, that's going to set Scarlet from deck. And then going to pass. So this is actually manageable, I think, for Dogmatika Eldlich, depending on how these play out. Because every card, well, not every card is known still, because this is still unknown. But even if you assume this is a second fairy, you can actually break this board. Because IDP is a activate once per turn, and this negates activations. The top deck is going to be another copy of Alpha. Yeah, so here's a chance where you can, like, IDP, target Ava, and then you can like try and banish Ultimateness if they negate it. You can like do it again if they negate it, and you can chain Skill Drain, and then this one will resolve. So we'll see if he does that. Chooses not to. Alright, so he's gonna use Alpha and Graveyard, trading the Alpha from the hand. And then that's going to be met with IDP here. And then get a chain Ultimateness to that. And he's gonna attempt to chain Skill Drain. And then going to negate that with Ultimateness as well. So I guess he was just banking on the fact, or banking on hoping that there was just no other fairy in hand. But that was the unknown card. So a bit of a gamble there. I think maybe this could have been played slightly differently to just try and get Skill Drain stick, as well as IDP to resolve. But regardless, we're going to see Alpha resolve. That's going to summon itself and then grab a search for the last Ben 10. Yeah, now there's not really a great chance to really use this card. Unless it gets like tributed for cost, which is like not bad because, you know, the last card's Nova. So maybe there's a chance to use it. Gonna link away for Link Rebo. And then gonna use Gamma tribute away Ben 10. Okay, so this is a chance to use IDP right here because you know the last card's Nova. Again, I haven't watched any of the top 16 matches because I like to keep myself spoiler-free until I actually commentate. Yeah, here's a chance to use IDP. Very, very good. So we're going to target Orange Light. That's going to summon itself and then banish the Ultimateness. And then going to Gamma Resolve, summon itself, and the Alpha back. Unfortunately, there's only one Scarlet, so I don't know how much of a difference that made. In the grand scheme of things, like if you really think about it, it's probably not going to matter in the long term. Going to add Natasha off Ben 10, and then going to Meteonus add itself back. And then going to activate Meteonus. That's going to shoot away the Alpha and then summon out Natasha. Yeah, this is good because, like, you know the last card is Scarlet. So you can, like, force it. Natasha to gain some life points. And then going to link those away for a copy of Unicorn. Unicorn effect, that's going to target the set Scarlet. Chooses not to actually use it because of Natasha and Grave. But because he paid 1,000 for Skill Drain, this is going to be game anyways because it's access code plus Alpha. So it's good not to chain it there, if not for the fact that he already was down life. If he actually didn't pay for Skill Drain, this wasn't game as it stands right now. So that's pretty interesting to think about. But access code to gain 3k and then going to go to battle phase. And then that's going to be it. So game 1 is going to go to Drytron. That was actually fairly back and forth, all things considered. Like, even though Drytron went full combo, there were ways for this deck to interact. Even though I think in the end, Drytron was still heavily favored. But we're now going to move into game number 2 here, where it looks like Dogmatika Eldlich is going to start things off. If you guys are enjoying this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here and want to see more commentary similar to this style. But the opening hand this time around for Dogmatika Eldlich going first is going to be Solemn Strike, Skill Drain, Curse Eldon, Dogmatika Punishment, and Walk Arrow. Very good hand, honestly. It's super good. And then the opening hand for Drytron is going to be Purple Light, Ultimateness, Denko, Delta, and Harpy's Feather Duster. Wow, that is a hand. It's actually not that good on the engine side of things, but wow, that's a lot of hate for trap decks. Lots of very, very dedicated side deck cards for this matchup, it looks like. So we're going to see a Curse Eldon activation. That's going to pay 100 to search for a copy of Conquistador. And then he's going to set 4 and then pass. Going to be a top deck to Gamma for turn. So this might help draw into something because you can like now Delta, tribute away Gamma, reveal Ultimateness to draw. See where that gets you. Standby main, gonna normal summon the Denko, always feels bad. And then gonna activate Delta, that's going to tribute away the Ultimateness actually, so choosing not to reveal for the draw. And then gonna activate Gamma, that's gonna tribute away Delta, and then gonna bring back the Delta. Yeah, he missed out on a free draw there for sure. Gonna overlay for a copy of a Assembled Nightingale. Oh, so he's just gonna try and wipe the board. You know, fair enough. Although against Eldlich, was like this might be a bit risky. He's gonna go ahead and go battle phase, attack for 17 and then 800, and then go to main phase 2, make Downerd, and then make Zeus. So maybe just holding to wipe the board. Although it's gonna get forced out by Golden Lord here, right? Because land is just gonna search for it. So we'll see. Top deck's gonna be Droll and Lockbird. He's going to activate Curse Eldlin. That's going to pay 100 for a copy of Horde. And then going to use the Eldritch effect. That's going to target the Zeus. And then Zeus is going to be chained. And that's going to wipe the whole field. So that got rid of the Denko too. So yeah, Eldritch is actually now really in a good spot. Because, yeah, there's plenty of ways to get back into the game here. Decides not to use Curse Eldlin. Could go to end phase. Set Scarlet. And then Black Awakening. So it's not going to be any interruptions right now besides the Droll, but it's looking pretty good for Eldritch, actually. Top deck's a copy of Nova. That's one of the best ones that could have been asked for there. Gonna activate Harpy's Feather Duster. That's gonna be met with Scarlet. Going to summon back the Lord from graveyard. And then going to activate Nova. That's going to summon out Alpha from deck. And then going to Gamma, summon itself, as well as the Delta. And then going to tribute away the Delta for the Alpha. That's going to activate for a copy of Ben 10. And then going to activate Droll and Resolution. That's quite good. He's going to Delta tribute the Ben 10 anyways. And then link everything into a copy of Unicorn. And a Unicorn pitch Purple Light. Spin back the Eldlich. And then attack for 22. I guess this buys a turn. Since, I mean, I still think Eldlich is very favored here. Gonna pass, unless if Drytron draws something really crazy. Oh, but that's a really sick top deck, actually. Wow, that is a very, very good one. So, yeah, Scarlet gonna be the top deck. He's gonna banish the Scarlet in Grave to set Walkero. And then gonna banish Black Awakening for Conquistador. And then set Scarlet and then pass. For turn, draws a copy of Cyber Emergency, so not bad. But that's gonna be met with the Walkero for sure. Well, whatever Drytron tries to activate in Grave is gonna be Walkeroed, and that'll be the end of the game. Gonna grab Zeta off the Emergency. This is a very interesting game. I did not expect this game to turn out this way. Is going to activate Alpha in Graveyard, gonna chain Walkero and then chain Scarlet. Yeah, that was a very, very, very good top deck. Was that the last Scarlet? I don't think so. That was the second one, right? Yeah, that was the second copy. But yeah, gonna banish the Alpha. And then that is going to be Battle Phase, attack into the Walkero. Gonna Conquistador this. I guess you might as well. And gonna pass. For turn, gonna draw another copy of Golden Lord, which is not great here. Just gonna be thinking here. Gonna overlay for a copy of Pleiades. Alright, fair enough. And then gonna go to Battle Phase. Gonna attack for a sizable amount of damage. And then go to main phase 2. Gonna banish Scarlet for Walkero. And then going to pass. For turn, top deck's a copy of Fafnir. That is decent, but I don't think it beats Walkero. You can even just bounce this with Pleiades. Yeah, you can just bounce out with Pleiades and that's game. Chooses to let that resolve, actually. So gonna grab Nova off of the Fafnir. And then Nova gonna activate to grab Alpha. We're just gonna defeat anyways, yeah. Because again, whatever Drytron gets activated is gonna get Walkeroed. And it's just gonna be game from there. So game 2 goes to Dogmatika Eldlich. Very, very fascinating stuff. Even though he got Denkoed and Feather Duster, didn't matter because Eldlich is pretty good at recursiveness, of course. Or recursion, I should say. But going to game 3, we're going to be having the Drytron player go first. And just real quickly, before we get started in game 3 here, I want to shout out my patrons as usual. So thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. The long-form and consistent content is made possible thanks to you guys. And if you do want to help support the channel as well, be a Patreon, go ahead and check it out in the description box below. But game 3, the opening hand for Drytron going first is going to be Alpha, Ghost Bell, Prosperity, Meteonus, and Orange Light. So you see some insurance for like Cycle Reader and DD Crow, which is nice, and Walkero as well in this matchup. So yeah, pretty decent. Gonna need Prosperity though to get there as far as the engine is concerned. And then the opening hand for Dogmatika Eldlich going second is going to be Scarlet, Strike, Nadir Servant, Punishment, and Ash. So there is actually some hand traps in here, it looks like. But this hand actually looks very strong going second as well. So we will see. Especially against this hand that's not exactly explosive. Gonna activate Prosperity. That's going to banish 3. Chooses not to Ash that. If you actually use Ash there, that would have been the end of the turn, I do believe. But yeah, reveal his Manju, Emergency, and Zeta. Gonna grab Zeta off of that. And then gonna put the rest back. And now he has Alpha Zeta. So Alpha tribute away Zeta. He could still Ash this here, and that would be good. Yeah, chooses to Ash that. And then going to Zeta, tribute away Alpha. Already has the Meteonus as well, so that's like doubly not very good. Go for Link Rebo. So yeah, he could have gone for Emergency over Zeta since he was already going to lose to Droll. Might have been worth considering. Because that Delta would have gotten him into extra draw if he went for Delta off like Emergency or something. Or it could have gone for like a rank 1 with the Gamma. So you never know. Those things could add up. But going to go for Link Rebo and then going to pass from there. For turn, the top deck is going to be Ecclesia. Alright, that is not bad. Especially because his Servant's probably going to be Ghost Spelled. Gonna normal summon Ecclesia actually, and then search for a copy of Fleur-de-Lis, and then going to go Battle Phase, attack into the Link Rebo effect, main phase 2, going to set 3, and then pass. So chooses not to use Servant here. Maybe he has the read of the Ghost spell, which is fair. Or maybe he just doesn't want to even use it right now. Gonna activate Prosperity, top deck Prosperity, and then activate it. So that's going to banish 3, reveals Red Reboot, Foolish Burial, and Zeta. Ooh. I guess you grab Zeta here, right? Because Foolish actually as a name doesn't do anything right now. And then Reboot doesn't do anything either because you just have no engine. So yeah, I think you have to grab Zeta and hope that you can combo up with Alpha Zeta again. It's not clean, because again, like, they just have traps now. Oh, he's actually going to take Reboot. Actually, if you don't think your opponent's going to OTK you, I can see why this is the pick. Because maybe you just hope for a Drytron next turn and then you can combo with Reboot. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Gonna pass on that. Gonna end phase Scarlet. That's gonna summon out Golden Lord. Yeah, now you know that you're actually in big danger of losing the game because they search for release. So it draws a copy of Droll for turn. Going to normal summon Droll, link 2 for a copy of Nightmare Phoenix. And then going to Lord, send away Punishment, summon itself. And then for release, summon itself. Yeah, that's already game. Yeah, so that was a very interesting game 3, but it goes to Dogmatika Eldlich, who is going to move on to top 8. Yeah, that was a very, very strange game 3 for sure. The Ash was nice there, because the hand was just not strong besides the Drytrons. Like, opening like 2 hand traps, which aren't really usable. Well, one of them was usable, but not like in that case. And then Medionis, hard drawing is never that good either. Yeah, that was very fascinating. I'm not really sure if grabbing the Zeta off the second Prosperity would have mattered in the long run, just because, again, there was Strike, there was Punishment. So, was unlikely anything was going to actually get done there, but you never know. Anyways, that's going to be it for the match, though. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or your feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me via Patreon TCG Player. All the links in the description as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.